Come on, D up, Randall. Get out there.
Texting.
Dame.
Dame Lillard, damn it.
Lillard sat under the screen.
Damn Dame again.
You can't sit under a screen with Lillard.
Welcome to IDD on a frigid Friday here in the sack. That is the redoubtable one, Tom Izzo, the highly questionable RJ Miliaccio, the clean-shaven Tom Izzo, I might add.
We got hit.
You got hit. They didn't call it because they're not going to call it. 47 seconds to go in a Donnie out in the Midwest. Milwaukee clinging to a one-point
lead. Oh, that is a
lead
fucking foul
against the Knicks, and they didn't call it.
Did you
but
see
they're
that?
going to call that.
Did you see that hip check?
Yeah, I did. They didn't call that, but they called
fuck?
that. Yeah, that was disgusting right there, America. Anyway, again, Tom Izzo, RJ Miliaccio, highly questionable, redoubtable. Welcome to IDD. A hip check that went uncalled. That is not a foul. Did he even really touch him? Dame Lillard hits the deck, and that's terrible. And now all we're going to hear about in sports is how Dame took over, and Dame did this, and Dame got bailed out by the refs. Okay? I am not impressed with the Milwaukee Bucks at all. And they're playing 7-on-5 right now, the Knicks, unfortunately, because this is atrocious.
Come on. Get a quick shot.
Randall going to the rim.
That's it.
Doesn't drop.
Shit. It was a red play. He took it in.
No, they did not. Sorry, my wife is texting.
The fact that we haven't seen a replay of this hip check.
Yeah, because it was bad. It was an offensive foul, and they won't probably want to show it at Sports
Knicks
Center.
would have got the ball back down one.
They'll be too busy showing Dame highlights. Dame this and Dame that. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. This kid has worse handle than a Mack truck.
Oh, my God. He's so out of control.
He really is. They're calling a foul there.
Game's over.
It's over. The Bucks are going to escape again. I'm having a hard time believing this team can beat Boston. I'm having a hard time believing this team can beat Boston. They should not have beaten the Knicks tonight. They're going to get away with it because some timely officiating. Timely. Seems to be happening
and
right at
the
the
Knicks
right time. The Knicks are sloppy, too. They're not helping themselves. But there's a couple of calls here. No
too many turnovers.
No bueno. But, look, Milwaukee's Milwaukee. They're going to get those calls. They won a championship 2 years ago. So, anyway, welcome to IDD. For those of you in the know, I don't disagree. It is a free storm, free Friday, free whatever.
Freestyle.
Oh, I forgot my medallion. I'll bring it for segment 2. Segment 1, all things NBA, the tournament, whatever you want to call it, the tournament.
The in-season tournament.
The in-season NBA tournament is underway. We don't know.
Historic.
We don't know all the particulars.
We don't know what's happening.
We don't know how this is working, other than the final 8 teams, however they get there, will end up in Vegas playing for this thing. That's all we know. Whether or not it's double elimination, round, we don't know what the fuck it is. I'm sure somebody somewhere explained it, but they probably did it when they were not on camera. So we'll do our best to get you up to snuff on this throughout the evening. The second game is shaping up to be a Jim Dandy like this one. You've got the undefeated, dare I say, Dallas Mavericks facing off against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. We will be with you throughout that game. But I think in segment 1 we're going to start with the wonder that is Wembyana down there in San Antonio. For those of you living on the moon or who took vacation this week, twice in the same week now, Thomas. On the same floor, I might add. The San Antonio Spurs beat the Phoenix Suns.
Was in Phoenix?
Both of those games were in Phoenix.
Why?
I don't know.
Usually they do a home and home.
I would have thought it was a home and home. It looks like I think they were both in Phoenix.
Dude, that first one where they came back and wanted the buzzer, gave them confidence, and then last night
I'm still trying to figure out why Kevin Garnett did not get lambasted for the pussy that he is on that last play. That was pussy 101. That was, you are a pussy, and that's all there is to it. That kid just literally took that ball out of his hands like Big Brother taking it from Little Brother.
Yeah, he did.
Like Big Sister taking it from Little Sister.
And then he went to the rack.
They went to the rack, and while Durant's crying for a call, the kid puts in the game-winning shot.
It was kind of like when...
How?
It was kind of like what Reggie Miller did to the Knicks. Remember when he I can't remember who we pushed to the ground.
Yeah.
It wasn't Charlie Ward. It was fucking Chris Childs.
I mean, the point is, Kevin Durant did not get roasted for that. I'm still trying to figure out why. Okay? And then...
What are you doing? Shoot
and then,
the ball.
Oh, my... They call the foul.
You're down 5.
And,
Shoot.
and then in game 2, they run out on them, San Antonio by 20. Now, there's a furious comeback by Phoenix.
Oh, they tried.
And they came all the way back and tied it. And that was Booker, 31 points. Devin Booker woke up. Welcome to the game, Derek. Now, Bill is still not played a minute. Bradley Bill's still out. They haven't had him yet. So
What's going on with him?
I don't know. He's got back issues. That's a scary word. Back issues is never a good sign. Okay, back issues linger. They don't usually go away. You have to sit down for a while. Now, he hasn't played yet, man. That's what they're going to do. It's early the season. And if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. But they have not had him. And since they can't guard a fire hydrant, they being Phoenix, you need to outscore people. And what happened over the last 4 minutes of that game, for lack of a better term, was historic.
What happened?
Because Mr. Wemby forgot he was 19 and forgot who he was on the court with.
So
and just decided he scored 10 of the last 12 points. He wound up with 38 points and 10 rebounds and 2 block shots. And by the way, he's the fastest rookie ever to do that. It took LeBron James 44 games to score have a 38-point game. This guy did it in his 5th.
Yeah, barring injury, that's the rookie of the year.
I would think so
without
at this
a
point,
doubt.
given what I just saw last night. And the last 2 nights, really. The kid's averaging 20 a game. The last rookie to do this out of the gate was Shaquille O'Neal, 25 and 12 in the first 5 games.
And because of his size, everything he does is a highlight.
Well, he plays
Because
like
you're just like,
he plays
what?
like a guard.
Right.
So Milwaukee escapes 110-105. Wipe it. Not sold on the Bucks. If you're hoping for the refs to bail you out against Boston, good luck. So anyway, which obviously leads me into the Celtics. I don't remember. Actually, I do remember the last time they looked this good. It was 2008, and they won the title that year. This team looks focused. This team looks motivated. This team looks pissed off, and they brought in the right pieces to help them. And I'm not just talking about players. I'm talking about coaches. They're being coached differently right now. This guy's using his bench right now. Last year, he barely used his bench. Last year, I got on him about not playing these guys. This year, he's been doing it the whole time. The whole time he's been playing his bench. And he's doing it more and more each game. And that's a good sign because that's how you develop your bench. And that, I get news to you, that is Jeff Van Gundy and that is Sam Cassell. Telling him, look, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And you develop these guys now because they're going to win you a game later on in the season if you develop them now. Because you're going to need them. Okay?
Sorry, I'm looking at stats from the Knicks game. It's pissing me off.
It's pissing him off. By the way, right about to tap off, we have the undefeated Denver Nuggets, 4-0, them in Boston, last 2 unbeatens, at defending champion Denver, who is coming off a loss, and they look bad in that loss.
Dude, the Knicks out-rebounded them by 15.
Defense and rebounding are one and the same. They're not a good defensive team. And the thing is, what's funny about this, Thomas, is they have 2 7-footers on the floor, and they got out-rebounded by 15. Giannis and Lopez.
No, but I'm saying, how did the Knicks lose?
Probably the turnovers.
They only had 10.
That's not bad. That's actually very good.
I mean, that's not bad. I thought they had more than that.
What was their free throws?
No, that's never good.
They lost by 5.
They were 19 for 25 from the free throw line. Which isn't terrible, but...
It's not terrible. But,
3-pointers. That's why they lost. What do you think their percentage was from 3?
Probably 30.
25. They were 10 for 39. That's why they lost the game.
There it is. Live by the 3, die by the 3.
And every time you saw them put the ball on the floor, something happened.
Look, that is Boston last year, literally. Boston, you could tell by their game by what their 3-point shooting percentage was. It was terrible. And
Grimes shot well though, 5 for 10.
Grimes can play.
Josh Hart 0 for 4. Dude, you shouldn't shoot the ball ever.
It's terrible. He's not a shooter.
No
one would think of him and think
he's an energy defense, push the ball.
Yeah. He's that dude.
He's that guy.
He's that dude. But Boston doesn't have that problem this year. Boston is not, and by the way, this is the other encouraging thing. Boston has not taken more 3s than 2s in a game yet this year. And it's not even close.
That's awesome.
That's a very encouraging sign. They're still taking 3s, but it's not the primary focal point of their offense. They are going to the basket. They are driving. And of course, they can drive now because they got 5 guys that can shoot the 3. Unlike before, they had the time load, you could collapse the paint. Now you can't.
Yeah.
So that's been huge. And this is going to be a dog. Dallas jumped out 92, by the way. Denver trying to make a run here. Dallas is undefeated and looking to make a statement. And Jokic is tripping all over the place.
How have Kyrie and Luka been playing?
Well, Luka's been the
There's
MVP.
Kyrie right
Luka's
there, right?
been the MVP of the league. No, that's it was 6-5. It's 8-6. They had the score wrong. They screwed something up there. It looked like it was 9-2 a minute ago.
Oh, Denver's in the dark jerseys.
Yeah, Denver's in the dark
jersey.
jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 8-6
Didn't
Denver.
it used to be that home wore white?
They switched up because the whites look terrible, so you wear them away.
Right.
So one more reason to hate people, hate the visitors. Because white you look terrible. Like, we used to see your away whites, asshole.
It's kind of cool that every team has a different floor for the tournament.
It is neat.
Yeah, I like what they're doing.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
ultimately.
I mean,
we'll see how they
once we understand
the particulars, we'll probably make right
Should
now.
I look up the particulars?
We might want to do that. That's where here, America.
Because maybe together we can figure this out.
with you on this, and I hope you're all tipping back the good stuff tonight, the spirits.
Because you know we did that with the MLB playoffs. Remember the first year of that?
This segment brought to you by the doctor, of course, the good doctor. There he is, and of course his running mate. Where is he? Pinnacle whipped cream vodka, the greatest mixed drink in the world right now.
I'm almost done.
I might, yeah. Well, don't worry, we have plenty. We have plenty, America.
It's a full one.
It's a full one. Daddy went shopping.
I don't know that I like the dark blue cord.
I like the cord.
It's hard to see them.
Looks a little. Oh, flush me.
Oh, come on. Is that Michael Porter?
That was too weak, Michael Porter. Come on, man. What, do you get your ass eaten out again?
All right, here we go.
All right, so Tom has the rules of this, whatever they call it. What are they calling it? The NBA Cup?
The
NBA Cup?
The inaugural in-season tournament. That's the name
That
of
is an awful name, by the way. I hope it gets better from there because the name sucks.
Kyrie with the foul.
The inaugural in-season tournament. What could sound more fucking boring?
Okay.
It sounds like a bad staff
So here we
meeting.
go. A is group play. Okay, so I guess this is round A. All right?
Okay.
Which is group play. All 30 teams have been randomly drawn into into groups of 5 within their conference.
Okay.
Based on
Because there's 15 teams in each conference.
Based on won-loss records from the 2022-2023 season.
Last year.
Well, if it's randomly drawn, so I guess they get randomly drawn into,
And then they rank
them.
And they rank them.
Okay, so within records, okay. Beginning November 3rd and continuing through Tuesday, November 28th, which is cool because maybe during Thanksgiving there'll be some games.
Oh, there will be.
Each team will play
Damn,
4
really?
designated group play games on tournament nights. One game against each opponent in its group.
Yep.
Okay. So
Luka.
for the next month, everybody plays a team in their first group. Nice pass and shoot.
Luka just put that behind his ass.
Is that Grant Williams that hit
Grant
that?
Williams. Only thing he could, the corner three is the only three he could ever make.
It reminded me of Sean Marion the way it happened. Okay. So that's what's going to happen in the first month.
Left that guy wide open.
Then you have Group B, okay, which is the knockout round.
The knockout round.
8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds.
Okay.
The best team with the best standing in group play games in each of the 6 groups and 2 wild cards. The team from each conference with the best record in group play games that finished second in its group.
Oh, Luka from Larryland.
So do you understand this?
Yes, I do.
Are you listening?
Yes.
You didn't hear what I just said.
Yes, I did.
What was it?
First, it was they were going to do the records and the team with the best records, and they're going to be the top of the thing, and then 2 wild cards
In each conference.
in each conference.
Okay. Who finished second?
Who finished second?
Okay.
Yes, I heard you.
Good job. The knockout rounds will be single elimination games in the quarterfinals, played in NBA team markets on Monday, December 4th and Tuesday, December 5th. Semifinals and championship. So December 4th is semifinal, championship is December 5th.
Okay.
Qualifying teams will compete for a prize pool and the new in-season tournament trophy, the NBA Cup.
The NBA Cup. Just call it the NBA Cup. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Lead the NBA
Well,
Cup.
I think eventually that's what it will be called.
They won the NBA Cup. Did they win the World Championship? Well, no, they didn't. We'll see. I mean, apparently it's very popular with soccer. They do this during the soccer season, so we're going to see. Trying to make basketball a more global game. It's already a global game, but all right, whatever.
And all the tournament games will be broadcast.
Okay, well, that's cool.
I like that.
All right, so we'll see how it goes. I think the $500,000 in your pocket will motivate you.
Every player that wins?
Every player gets a $500,000. That'll motivate you. How do we keep them interested?
I mean, for some of them.
How to keep $500,000 is $500,000, man. And for a tournament?
You think Jaylen Brown gives a fuck about $500,000?
That's on top of your salary.
You think he gives a shit about $500,000?
Yeah, I think he does. I think they all do.
He makes $500,000 every 3 games.
I think they all care about $500,000. Right. $500,000 is $500,000. You know what you can do with $500,000?
When you have $300 million?
I'm saying. Actually, Jalen's only getting $93 million.
A year?
Yeah, a year.
His contract, though, is $300.
I think it matters to all of them. $500,000 is $500,000, baby.
Let's see what percentage.
That's like a 1 month vacation to like anywhere in the world.
Let's see what percentage of his salary.
That's our vacation.
Okay,
baby.
so 500,000. Oops.
He's getting $93 million over 4 years. Not every year.
Who's getting $93 million?
Jalen Brunson's getting $93 million over 4 years.
Jaylen Brown.
Oh, Jaylen Brown. Oh, he doesn't care.
He signed a $304 million contract.
He doesn't care. He never cared anyway. if he cared, he'd develop a left hand. If he cared, he'd work on his fucking foul shots. Look at his foul shooting percentage. It still sucks. Fucking two-guard who can't shoot free throws. Fucking embarrassing. Fucking embarrassment. It's a fucking embarrassment. How you call yourself a shooting guard and you can't shoot free throws? Fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And the thing is, he's so talented. Like the guy can't shoot free throws and he averages 27 a game. It's like a baby Shaq.
$500,000 isn't even 1% of his contract.
Fuck yourself. You better win 2 chips, Jalen.
That's crazy.
2 chips minimum, baby, or that's a freaking. I will ride you out of town.
Ride you out of town.
I'll push him, Tommy. I'll ride him.
If you ride him, if you push him.
I'll push him, Tommy. I'll ride him. That's for those of you who missed the other night. Anyway,
you really got to be close to this thing.
Yeah, it's not blowing it up.
It's hot when you're by it, but you got to be like right on it.
Maybe right on it. We've got heaters because it's frigid. It warmed up into the 60s today, but it's been in the 20s at night. So right now it's currently in the 40s. So I wasn't taking no chances.
If you push him.
By the way, shout out to Chris Sherbert, my boy there. That's his heater. He provided the second heater for us. That was very nice of him to do on the spot like that. He saw me struggling over here. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well."
Did he say, if you push him?
If you ride him. If you ride him. No, he didn't say that.
I have it oscillating now.
We're talking about the impending. We will in segment 2. We're going to break down that Chiefs-Dolphins game. Obviously, segment 2 is going to be a lot of fun tonight. This weekend. Oh, baby. These games.
Good game.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go over that in segment 2. Holy shit. Donnie Brooks abound. But anyway, back to the NBA. Look, I like this tournament idea. I think it's good for the league.
It's fun.
I got news for you. The Milwaukee Bucks right now don't look good. And
I kind of love Doris Burke.
She's good. She knows her shit. She doesn't overdo it. She's neutral. Some of you guys, neutral.
Got a little crush on Doris Burke.
She's informative. Knows her stuff.
And she can handle the rock.
And Doc is Doc. Everybody loves Doc.
Yeah, Doris Burke can handle the rock, too.
She could. Once upon a time. So there's your West Group B. Mavericks.
So Nuggets, Clippers, Pelicans, Mavericks, Rockets.
Yep.
So because the Mavericks tanked, they're all the way at the bottom in terms of win-losses. They're not that bad of a team.
No. They're really not. At least not from a talent perspective.
Is that Tim Hardaway?
Good pass. Oh, nice head and shoulder me. Gotta make that layup, dude. Come on, you're in the NBA.
Who is that? He got hit, but
he did. But he up faked them both out of the.
He should have used the backboard.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you get hit mid-shot, it's kind of like...
Well, he brought it down, though.
Yeah.
We gather. That's the continuation, the N1.
Luka's got the stash, looking a little... Kyrie is talking to Luka.
Oh, they're trying to work it out.
What do you think they were saying?
Look, I'm over here. I'm always open. I know you're Luka, but I'm Kyrie.
Can I make a drink on air?
Of course.
We're only 19 minutes in.
Why would we not make a drink on air? In fact, it's more of a reason to make.
Well,
a drink.
usually we do.
Wait, we gotta do it right this time though. The doctor,
Yes.
half doctor,
Layered.
the layer. We're gonna layer
Layered.
it. That was my fault, America. I screwed that up.
He was a little overzealous. Poured the alcohol in first. I understand. That's what he was worried about the
You
alky.
get excited when it's Friday night and you have you have 2 days off. Look at the games tomorrow and the game Sunday. Look at we'll go over college football too. The games are amazing.
This guy doesn't know what to do with himself. He's got Saturdays off again.
Wonderful. It is wonderful.
But if you push him, if you ride him,
If you like him. If you let him, you might get a Bruins thing out of me because they're 9-0-1.
So do we go some in the bottom or do we go middle?
It was first
middle and top.
It was first Doctor, then the shot in the middle, then Doctor.
Who was that lefty sharpshooter?
I don't know. Anyway, look, the Celtics look motivated. They sound like a grown. We were talking about this off air because I don't know how many of you saw it, but they interviewed Drew Holiday after the 51-point blowout. 51 point.
I don't care who that was.
51.
I know Indiana isn't great. I don't.
Well, they're not terrible either. They've got some good blood. 51. They were 2-1 going into that game. They weren't bad.
If you ride them.
51.
So what do you do? Half a shot in the middle?
No, the whole shot. The whole fucking thing.
And then you
float the top.
Float one on top too?
No, just do one.
Okay.
One's enough. One will get you there. This isn't that big of a cup.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So anyway, and Drew Holiday said what he said was perfect. And honestly, you would have never heard this last year, or the year before. He said, "Look, it is human nature to look at a team, and whether you think you have more talent, they do or not, is to let your foot off the gas. We can't do that. Okay, we cannot lose game. We cannot just think we can show up and win. You can't do that in this league. Every guy, and I love what he goes. Every guy in this league is in this league for a reason. If you blink, they can drop 40 on you. You can't approach it any other way. And I fucking love that he said that. And the best part about it was Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum heard that, and they basically had to say the same fucking thing. Jaylen Brown went so far as to say, "Look, talent breeds laziness, and we can't be lazy anymore."
Jaylen Brown said that?
Jaylen Brown said that. Smartest fucking thing. The smartest fucking thing I ever heard him say. Talent breeds laziness, and we can't be lazy anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, lack of talent breeds laziness sometimes too.
Well, lack of talent, lack of confidence.
Look at me.
But that's not, you don't think you can win. They just think they could show up and win. And I love what Jaylen Brown said because I didn't think he had it in him. But of course, when you got a guy like that in your locker room now, who doesn't get in your face, he's not a Marcus Smart. He's a quiet leader, but he leads by example. And he's smart. This kid, it's
actually,
like having.
Dude, when I hear Jaylen Brown in interviews, he sounds smart.
He is smart. He's very educated.
He sounds like a smart dude. Because I heard he was talking about
he's not
some kind of social issue one time.
No, he's radically. I'm not talking about away from the basketball court. Yeah, my problem with him is basketball smarts.
Yeah,
because he a lot of times doesn't have them.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's my problem with him. Let's say he's not an intelligent human being. He's a very well-read, intelligent human being. Okay, and he said you can, to his point, in the interview, you can tell.
You can tell.
But basketball,
not just like
my basketball acumen with him has always been my problem with him, because if you watch tape of yourself, it's not hard to see where he can improve, and those are fixable problems. And yet he's never fixed them.
And he's still that good.
He's still
with
good.
Obvious gaps.
He can't go left consistently, and he can't shoot free throws. He's a two-guard, and he averages 27 a game. Explain that to me.
He could average 35.
He could average 40. He can make his fucking free.
If he worked on his left and made his free throws, my God.
I'm saying he's got everything but those two fundamental things that are so. You could fix that in an off season. That's what's so frustrating about this. So anyway, look, that's my beef with him. But look, he said the right things. And by the way, since game one, he has responded.
Yeah.
He has been much better. He's had 3 very good games in a row. So to his credit, he's played better.
They're also all fairly young. I mean, I know
they're very young.
In NBA terms, these guys are bordering on veterans.
But the thing is, they've been to 5 conference finals and a final.
They're still
that
kids,
reeks of experience, though.
What are they, 26?
They were both 19 when they were in the league.
So that's the league a minute. Yeah.
And so was Porzingis. He was 19. He was in the league.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're all coming into their own at the same time.
Oh, my God, dude.
Ugh. We're making drinks on the air, America. Isn't it a beautiful thing?
This is the problem with watching games with Denver.
They're just so good.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to watch a game where you blow out the Nuggets.
Well, the thing is, I mean the Mavericks.
The Mavericks, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the Mavs are undefeated. So, yeah, they're 4-0. And by the way, Denver's coming off a loss where they embarrassed them. You should see that game.
Who have the Mavs beaten? Do we know?
I haven't looked at their schedule, but 4-0 is 4-0. There are only 2 4-0 teams in the league. Them and the Celtics.
I mean, it's 4-0 unless you played trash, and more trash.
Yeah, but if you're trash, you're going to lose to that trash.
Maybe. There's some merit there.
I would say
you're right. 4-0 is pretty good.
4-0 is 4-0. There's only 2.
I mean, but Denver's 4-1. It's not like
Denver should be 5-0. If you saw who beat them, you'd be like, "What the hell? What the hell?" Like.
All right, so it looks like they beat. All right, what shit? I can't tell what is. When did the season start? 10/27?
They
Or
beat
was it
Chicago, Memphis, Brooklyn, and San Antonio, who just beat Phoenix twice in a row.
So cupcake.
San Antonio's 3-2.
I know, but they that was the first game.
Chicago is 3-2.
Cupcake.
The only cupcake on that schedule right now is Memphis, who's missing John
missing
Morant,
Ja.
and they're 0-5. I wonder why Marcus Smart can't lift them from the depths of hell into victory.
Oh, well, he wasn't brought in to do that.
Maybe because he's not that fucking good. Maybe because he never was that fucking good. People around here, people in Boston.
Nobody thought that.
Oh, up in Boston they did. They talked about him
They
like
thought he was like the reason for that.
they
team?
talked about him like he was Dennis fucking Johnson.
I thought he was a role player.
He was nowhere near Dennis fucking Johnson. Dennis Johnson was a Finals MVP in Phoenix before he got to Boston. He was an 8-time All-Star. Larry Bird called him the best player he ever played with. Larry fucking Bird. He had a game-winning shot against the Lakers in the Finals, Game 4 in L.A. He D'd up Magic and Michael in his prime and lived to tell the tale. And by the way, in one Chicago playoff game, he held Michael Jordan to 19 points. How many fucking guys can lay claim to that? In Michael's prime. Dennis Johnson is a fucking... Marcus Smart ain't no fucking Dennis Johnson. Get that out of your fucking heads, all of you. He averaged 9 assists a game with the Celtics, and Larry Bird was on the court with him. Marcus Smart can't
Well,
average...
that's one of the reasons he averaged 9 assists.
But he could... But he
Larry Bird was on the court.
But he could and would pass. Marcus Smart could average 9 assists if he had a brain.
What does he average?
3, 4... No, not even 6. I think last year he averaged 5. Point guard?
No, I mean, Marcus Smart's a good player. He's not a great player.
I didn't say he was a good player. DJ was a great player.
Yeah, I know.
You can't compare the two. And I get because defensively he was like DJ in that regard. DJ always played defense. So Marcus Smart plays defense when he wants to. He won the award and didn't play defense last year.
In-season tournament.
In-season tournament. Just call it the NBA Cup.
All 32 teams.
So anyway, the Celtics so far look good. They're starting to use the bench. And the bench is responding. I think that's impressive. They play Brooklyn tomorrow night. The Knicks had a heartbreaker tonight on the road in Milwaukee. There's no shame in that, but they could have won the game. They had a chance. And here's what he should be saying tonight. They were right there. They were right there, and it was more self-inflicted than it was Milwaukee.
Yeah,
and I think you would admit that.
No, I mean, yeah.
So to me, that's encouraging.
To me, but no,
it's early.
But here's my thing: that's what they were all of last year too. With the big guns, they could be right there.
Well, at some point
but
you've got to learn.
Could they get over that hump?
At some point, you've got to learn the lesson.
It's been happening for 2 years. Now I know last year was this group, but the shooting 43s.
Again,
who do you have on your team that's that good of a three-point shooter?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Do the Knicks have a knockdown shooter?
No.
Do they have anyone, not even Brunson? Brunson had 43 tonight.
I mean, look.
He's close.
Brunson. I'm
He's
taking
close.
Brunson out of this equation.
Yeah, okay.
Like, he can take any shot he wants.
No, he's earned that.
In my opinion, you know.
No.
But, like, Josh Hart shouldn't be shooting 4 threes. Or if he is.
Josh Hart shouldn't be shooting
He's
at
got to
all.
be you got to be making a couple of those.
Josh Hart should be getting the line that was given in Hoosiers. When the guy looks at Strap and he goes, "Don't shoot the ball unless you're under the basket all by yourself." That's the line Josh Hart should be getting from Tibbs. He goes into the game.
So
don't shoot the ball unless you're under the basket all by
the
yourself.
thing I continue to see with the Knicks, and again, I'm not trying to be too critical because I feel like the Knicks can play with any team in the league.
They're right there.
Yes, but one thing I always see with them is over pursuit on defense.
Well, tonight it killed.
It's just, but every time I watch them, it's running at shooters, leaving your man. The pass is made, another guy running. There's no closeout chop step. It's run as fast as you can. You either get blown by or I throw it to your man and we have a wide open three. The out of position, like, we don't need to triple team a penetrator. There's no need for it. You're only going to foul somebody when you do that.
I mean, the problem is
3 guys dive down.
I would say R.J. Barrett, and
he's been out.
He's been out, but he's probably their best wing defender. Probably. Is that fair to say? At least in the starting lineup.
I mean, Quentin Grimes is a good defender.
But he's not a starter, right? He comes
He
off
is.
the bench. Oh, he's a starter?
Well, maybe he's starting because RJ's out.
Yeah. I'm saying, as starter, I think he's their best wing defender. What you got to be able to do is you've got to, in the Celtics when they play defense, play this better than anybody. They have 4 guys that can keep you in front of them. They don't need help. They can keep you in front of them. And when you can do that, you become a very tough team to score against.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to close out on shooters because guys aren't getting in the paint. You don't have to help.
Yeah.
Because the guy one-on-one can win and keep the guy in front of him.
Yeah.
And R.J. Barrett is the one guy I saw consistently do that for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying Grimes can't do it, but he came off the bench, so I wasn't watching him as much. But if he's starting now and he can do it, that's two guys.
It really happened when they brought in McBride, who is, deeper on the bench than either one of the guys we're talking about.
Yeah.
But he had two mistakes where, somebody was at the top of the key and beat their man, and he dove down on him when it's like the big man can step up and stop that penetrator.
Yeah.
You don't leave your man wide open on the three-point line.
No.
Twice in a row, and he hits two.
Yeah.
And then on the next play, it happens again because of over pursuit and being out of position. And it's just like, my God,
that's
everybody's running with their head cut off, as opposed to understanding.
And again, that's something that
Tibbs, you would think he's the teacher.
Well, this is as a coach, as a former coach, that's game film, and you're stopping it, showing again, stopping it, showing it, and drilling it into their head, going, look, if you guys clean these one or two things up, you're not hanging with these teams. You can beat a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and this is mental, not physical. This is the thing. It's mental, not physical. With the Celtics, it's always been mental. And that's what's so encouraging about them. This year, they're not beating themselves, at least so far. Now, again, it's early. We'll see what happens in this play-in tournament. My opinion, they should win the damn thing.
Yeah.
They should win it. Or it should be them in Denver in the final, which I think everybody would love to see.
That'd be great.
So,
early December.
Early December, that'd be fucking wonderful, okay? So, and again, it could happen. We'll see. But the thing is, Boston's problem has always been Boston. Mm-hmm. And right now, it looks like they realize that, and they're going to make sure they're not going to beat themselves this year. So that's encouraging. Anyway, that's going to do it for segment one. We're going to come back segment two. We're going to talk. By the way, this game, 38-24 Denver right now.
Dallas,
it's in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Dallas, again, can't guard anybody, and it's showing. At some point, if you don't play defense, it shows
But
up.
also their offense is looking
Well,
low.
they're trying to.
They don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do. But listen, they have enough firepower to make a run. We'll see if they do. We'll be updating you throughout the night of this game. But segment two, we'll come back. NFL pick segment, week 8.
Right.
Donnie Brooks abound, Thomas.
I haven't looked.
They should call this Donnybrook Sunday. When we look at this schedule, you are going to shit, America. So, hey, grab a frothel, grab something strong and smooth, grab whatever. We're going to find Jobu, Betty, and Yoda. They're here tonight. Don't think they aren't, okay? And we will see you on the other side.
Don't you dare.